Imagine waking up in a world where silence is rare, but safety is even rarer. You open your eyes not to an alarm clock, but to the smell of smoke, sweat, and waste. There is no running water, no antibiotics, no concept of personal hygiene the way we understand it today. If you're lucky, you live to see your children grow up. If you're average, you might not make it past your mid-30s. This is not a fantasy world of shining armor and noble kings. This is the Middle Ages, a time where survival was not a goal, it was a daily negotiation with death. Today, we're not talking about knights and castles, we're talking about you. What would your life look like if you were born into the medieval world? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of us wouldn't survive it, and those who did paid a heavy price. In the Middle Ages, your body was a fragile property. A small cut could become a death sentence. A toothache could spiral into a lethal infection. A fever could take you in days. There were doctors, but medicine was a dangerous mix of ancient theories, superstition, and guesswork. Bloodletting was common, leached, sliced, drained, all in the belief that illness came from bad humors inside the body. Pain relief was minimal. Anesthesia as we know it didn't exist. Surgery meant being held down while someone cut into you, hoping speed would outrun your screams. And infection? No one knew what bacteria were. People washed wounds with wine, vinegar, or simply prayed harder. Survival wasn't about strength, it was about luck. Medieval cities were crowded, loud, and unbelievably dirty. There were no sewage systems. Human waste was often dumped directly into the streets. Yes, streets. Rain washed filth into rivers. Those same rivers became drinking water. Animals roamed freely. Rats thrived. And with rats came fleas. With fleas came plague. Cities weren't just centers of trade and culture. They were perfect environments for mass death. The Black Death didn't spread because people were stupid. It spread because medieval cities were designed to kill slowly. When disease came, there was nowhere to escape. Walls that once protected cities now trapped people inside with death. Food was fuel, nothing more. Most people ate bread, dark, coarse, often mixed with dust or insects. Meat was rare for peasants. Fresh vegetables depended on the season. Hunger wasn't a crisis, it was a cycle. Famine came regularly. One bad harvest could wipe out entire communities. Water was dangerous to drink, so people consumed weak beer, even children. Alcohol wasn't indulgence, it was sanitation. Meanwhile, the nobility feasted, multiple courses, exotic spices, while peasants starved just outside castle walls. Medieval inequality wasn't subtle, it was visible in every bite. Violence wasn't hidden. It was public, normalized, educational. Executions were community events. Families brought children, hanging, beheading, burning, not whispered about, but advertised. Punishment was a performance. Fear was a tool of order. Pain was meant to be seen. In war? War was constant. Local lords fought endlessly, dragging farmers into battles they didn't understand. Death in medieval war wasn't heroic. It was slow, dirty, and terrified. Most soldiers didn't die from swords, but from infection, starvation, and exposure. Religion shaped everything. Disease was punishment. Famine was a test. Disability was divine judgment. Faith brought comfort, but also fear. The church explained the unexplainable and controlled behavior through guilt. People prayed not for happiness, but for survival. Questioning authority wasn't just dangerous, it was heretical. Hope existed, yes, but it came packaged with obedience. If you were born a woman, your life was not your own. Marriage was arranged, often early. Childbirth was one of the leading causes of death. No pain relief, no sterile tools, no guarantees. Many women died young, not in battle, but in bed. Children worked early. They weren't protected. They were necessary labor. Infant mortality was high. Parents learned not to get attached too soon. Love existed, but grief was constant. You didn't need to be a soldier to suffer war. Armies took food, burned homes, spread disease. Villages vanished overnight. There was no therapy for trauma, no language for PTSD. Survivors carried silence. So why didn't people give up? Because humans adapt. Community mattered. Rituals mattered. Faith mattered. People normalized suffering because it was the only way to keep going. They laughed, they loved, they survived, not because life was kind, but because humans are stubborn. We romanticize the Middle Ages, but reality was harsher than fantasy. Every convenience you enjoy today, clean water, medicine, safety, is built on centuries of pain. If you were born medieval, your courage wouldn't save you. Luck might. So next time life feels hard, remember, humanity didn't become soft. The world became kinder, and that kindness was paid for in blood. Hey, if you enjoyed this kind of deep dive journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps the channel grow, and it lets me bring you even more stories like this one. Thank you for your attention. Stay curious, because there are many things that are not what you think.